To the last lightweight race of the 1993 finals, the men's eights with the world champions in lane 3.
It was Great Britain and Denmark who won the heats, and Britain feel that they can pull it back. Denmark always very, very fast in this event.
The closest to you in lane number 1 are the German 8, who are third in Lucerne. That crew's been adjusted then in 2, Canada, 3 are Denmark, 4 are Great Britain. And there are the world champions, with 6 of last year's crew still in the boat. And they and the British, the 2 crews to qualify directly for the final.
They raced in Lucerne and Denmark won by half a length there, but the British were pretty confident that they had a lot more to come. But here, they're finding it difficult to settle into their rhythm. Very fast forward there, very, very rushy. Not really settling into the sort of rhythm that the Danes have settled into there, with a good, powerful sit back there in the Danish boat.
I think we should just mention, Dan, that on the outside of Great Britain in 5 are Italy, and then completing the lineup, Holland in lane 6. And Italy not without a chance either.
Canada rather rough and ready. They went very fast in the repechage, but they're quite a rough-looking crew, but very strong. And it's Italy who've gone out in front. Italy, of course, are very experienced in this in eights racing, in lightweight 8 racing. They've been very dominant through the 80s, and they always produce a good crew.
In fact, as we look at the Germans, it's worth mentioning that when Denmark won last year in Montreal, they broke a spell of 3 consecutive years. Italy winning from 89 right the way through to 91.
Germany here still seeking a first gold medal, and they're up there just about in second place. But Italy leading the pack, not a lot between them, about half a length covering the field. Canada certainly rough but powerful, heads down and just leg driving it, and have hit the front. They've hit the front, they're taking the lead from Italy, and it's Canada who are showing.
Germany also on the near side, well to the fore. But so far, the Italians just have the advantage from Canada, whose brute force is keeping them in contention. The British, though, ahead of Germany. It's all to play for, Dan.
And Denmark, the champions, 5th at the moment, sitting further down the field than they like. But it's Holland in the far side there in last place.
Indeed. And as you might have expected, Holland trying to raise their game in the last quarter. They were the quickest, but it hasn't really worked for them. 1:23.99 their split for the second 500.
Britain still high on the rate, and not really with the sort of rhythm that they need to carry them through. They're spinning along and losing ground a touch.
But it's Italy way over on the far side in blue in lane number 5, who have the call over Canada in lane number 2. And then Germany, who certainly have been in contention, not really making much progress at the moment. Neither are the Dutch, who are on the far side in orange.
Italy with a rather uncomfortable rig, quite hard to row with a rig set up like that. 2 and 3 very close, sitting one behind the other on the same side, and the same at 6 and 7. Quite difficult there, because it leaves Stroke very isolated from the man behind him, who's 3 seats back. But it's not giving them too much pain, because they're up there fighting for the lead with Canada, but Canada have got it by half a length at the moment at the 1500-meter mark.
Denmark in 3rd place at 1500 meters, and they're the closest to the leaders. And Denmark beginning to improve, the world champions, starting to try and push on the Italians, and they are pushing on the Italians now, Dan. And I would say that Denmark have just got ahead now.
Very, very good third 500 meters from Denmark. It really brought them back into contention. They came from quite a long way back, but they're now overlapping Canada. They've pushed past Italy, pushing past Germany, and it's now Denmark chasing Canada, but Canada have got a good lead. It's going to be very hard for Denmark to pull that back. Canada stretching out, strong, powerful, and almost a length up.
Indeed, but the Danes have made great progress. They're over the Italians. The Germans trying desperately to get back into contention here, but it's Canada all the way at the moment, fighting very hard, but they've earned this advantage. Look at the effort, the pain that these men are putting themselves through, but they won't worry about that as they come towards the line now. Although they're being pegged back, they've earned the lead that's going to give them gold, and Canada take the lightweight 8 ahead of Denmark, who just stay ahead of Italy, with Germany finishing fast, who miss out into 4th place. 5th are Great Britain and 6th Holland. Well, it wasn't pretty, but it worked at the end.
Oh, it was effective, it was effective. They never ever lost that pace. They had good rhythm, they did what's necessary. Power there from the catch, in the water, with the legs, through to the finish, and a rhythm that got them over that course faster than all their opponents, including those experienced men in the Danish and Italian 8s.
Let's just have a look at how close it was here for the silver medal. Lane 3, you can just see the bow there of the Danish boat coming through. And it's, well, the best part of 3/4 of a length, the winning margin, but then have a look at the bow of the Italian boat. Well, it was very close.
Half a metre there, and Germany just failing to get into the medals again.
So Canada join Britain and France with 3 gold medals. Denmark earn a silver, and Italy take the bronze. Italian crew. Well, now from lightweights to open weights, and at the start, at the top of the regatta,